So, hello. This is normally where you would see some sort of domino project that I've set up. I haven't done that today. What I decided to do today is make a movie review. I am still doing dominoes, so don't worry, I haven't lost interest. There are more domino videos coming. I'm not sure when, but they are coming. So, yeah, I decided to make a movie review today. I've grown more fond of movies recently. I like talking about them, so I thought maybe I'll try to make a video out of it. So, here you go, and I figured I should start with a movie that is significant to me personally. It is about one of my favorite bands, and that would be Yonsei, and the film is called Go Live. So I should explain, Yonsei is a branch off of an Icelandic band called Sigur Rós. So the lead singer of Sigur Rós, a guy by the name of Jón Bergason, decided that he wanted to take a shot at doing music himself, making all of the decisions himself. So he made his own band called Yonsei, and this film is about the final dress rehearsal the band did before they went on tour for the first time. This was in London in 2010. So anyhow, about the film, it is really just about the music that the band plays. It has very little to do with the members of the band or just how the band operates. Like 90% of it is just the music. When they do focus on the individual band members, they use that very, very effectively in order to kind of balance out all of the focus on the music and remind you that this is still just made by normal people. Like, there's this one scene where they show Jon just on a merry-go-round, just because it's hard to explain. It doesn't quite make sense in terms of plot, but in terms of like an overall feel, it works very, very well. Another thing that they do is they have some interviews with Jon, and the thing with those is he has a very, very strong Icelandic accent.
And that yeah, I've heard some of Nico Muli's stuff, and yeah, we met and we fitted really well together. He's really energetic and spontaneous character, you know.
If you pay attention, you can hear through it, but it's not easy. My favorite thing that they show, though, is just when the band is backstage and they're just playing around with instruments just because they can, and that's when you really realize just how joyful this stuff makes them. Of course, since something like 90% of this film is just the music that they're playing, I have to talk about that, and if that isn't good, this whole movie won't stand up very well. So, is the music good? Kind of. There are some things that sound much better live than they do in the studio. Namely the percussion. I think there's only like one drummer in the band. He sounds so much better live, because you can tell that it's just easier to put the emotion into it when all of the band is working together in front of an audience. Then we come to Jón Bergason's vocals, which in my opinion are significantly better in the studio version. It's like when he's trying to sing in a really high-pitched way, live, I don't know, sometimes his voice starts cracking and it's kind of uncomfortable to listen to. The other thing, any fans of Yonsei will know this, but if you're not, I may as well tell you, most of the lyrics are in English and they are completely indecipherable. I did not understand one word of any of the songs in English.
We all want to grow. With the seas we will soar to a place you know is all.
Now I take that back, I heard the word you. Or was it the word to? I don't know. That's not a live thing though. That's the same in the studio versions and the live versions. He has a strong accent, so what can I say? It's not really his fault. One other problem, though, that I did have specifically with the live versions of the songs are they're generally much less focused sounding. I think that might have something to do with the reverberation that comes with a big stage. I don't know, it's less enjoyable to listen to me. So that's the music taken care of. Of course, since it's a film, the music is only half of the performance, and the other half would be the visuals. There was a lot of animation in the visuals. Actually, I think all of it was animation. I'm pretty sure it was computer generated, but it was made to look like it was hand-drawn, which generally I don't like that kind of thing, but it worked. It has a very distinctive look to it, which goes well with the very distinctive sound the band has, so I enjoyed it. And then lastly would be the cinematography. It is very, very stylized and very distinctive. There were lots of close-ups of kind of random things at times, which sounds completely pointless, but it's quite hard to explain. If you look at this in an analytical way, you will hate it. You have to look at this and think, how does each thing make you feel? And if you do that, then the close-ups work very well. There's also this one video filter they kept using, which made the background look kind of solid. It made the whole thing look almost like it was a painting on a sheet of, like, really old paper. It was odd, but do you know what? It worked. It worked with the sound and the way it was shot. So I enjoyed that. So I did like all the effects that they used, and the way it was shot. The only problem is the effects were a little overused, mostly toward the last third of the film. So, overall then, I would say if you're the kind of person that needs to understand the lyrics in a song, absolutely don't watch this. Also, if you have downloaded the album, and you don't like it, don't go watching this thinking that it'll make you like it. It won't. If you don't like it, you won't like this film. If you do like the album, absolutely go check it out. You might like some of the songs a bit less, performed live, I know I did, but they're still enjoyable. I mean, they're good songs, they're just not quite as good. And also, if you're a big fan of, like, alternative music, then I would say it's worth a shot. You might end up liking it. So that was my first attempt at a movie review. Tell me what you thought. That's about it. I have no idea how to end one of these things, so bye.